All right, man. What's going on with y'all boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I know it's been a month since I posted, but I'm back. And today, as you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be giving y'all sauce on reselling. I feel like there's a lot of stuff I still haven't covered on this channel. You know, if you go to my past videos, I've done vlogs where I show meetups. I've talked about how to list products. I've talked about where to sell them. I've even covered the Snapchat, the social media method, all that, but I'm gonna get more in depth, okay? Because I feel like I haven't explained it enough, and I still get so many DMs. I still get so many questions on my TikTok page, on Instagram, or like, yo, like, bro, like, I just bought this clone, but I don't know where to sell it, and I don't know how much to sell it for. Should I list them as one-on-one? Should I just tell people they're real? Listen, I'm gonna cover everything in this video. I'm gonna get you guys set up so you're in the right track, and you know, you don't gotta stress, and you can go about reselling the right way. So let me take a sip of this coffee real quick and get ready to lock in, man, because I'm about to cover everything. All right, so first things first, if you're brand new to reselling, the problem with a lot of you guys is you take the easy route. And what I mean by the easy route is you see all these resellers online making 10K, 20K a month. You see these guys on Instagram that have like 1 million AirPods, 1 million spider hoodies, and you think, oh shit, he got rich. So I know for a fact, like the first product I buy, I'm gonna sell them from there. I'm just gonna be making mad money right away. Which is wrong, okay? I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, but you're not gonna make 10K your first month reselling. You'll probably be lucky to even make 6K. You know, realistically, if you're brand new to reselling, well, if you don't have any money at all, I'd say get a job, first of all. Just get a job, first of all, so you can stack some money and buy your first products, you know what I mean? But say now you have the money to resell, now you're ready to invest, now you're ready to buy the products. Now what, right? Don't expect 10K because I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, it's not gonna happen. Maybe you'll get lucky. Hey, I'm not here to jinx anything. Like, who knows? Maybe you will make 10K. I don't fucking know. But I would say realistically, expect like 3 to 4K. All right, 3 to 4K is a good amount. As long as you list on all platforms, Depop, eBay, Mercari. Facebook is by far the best. I don't care what anybody says. Facebook Marketplace is, honestly, bro, doing public meetups and like in-person meetups is way better than selling online, because then you don't got to deal with shipbacks. You don't got to deal with you know, people complaining and stuff like that, and you can just get it over and done with. The problem with online, man, is also these are one-on-one products. So therefore platforms like eBay, Depop, Mercari, all that, they take that very seriously, because they know that like the main companies like Louis Vuitton, for example, MCM, Tom Ford, Spider, they know that those real companies don't want, like, they don't like counterfeits, all right, because it fucks up that business, you know what I'm saying? So therefore eBay knows that. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to have any lawsuits with like the main companies, like, so they have to, bro. They have to. It's not like it's not because eBay like wants to ban people from selling one-on-ones. It's not because it's not even like really like their choice. It's not the website's choice. It's because they have to, bro. Like, there's no way around it. Companies like Apple and stuff like that, like, that's what's getting them less profit, is people buying counterfeits, you know what I mean? So in order for eBay and Depop and all these companies to stay in business, they have to set a rule. They have to set a guideline, a strict guideline of no one-on-ones. So there's no way around it. All these like resellers are gonna tell you guys, they're gonna lie to you, and they're gonna tell you, you know, right away you're gonna be making like 10K a month on eBay, Depop, Mercari, and no, they're gonna tell you like you're never gonna get banned. You're not, like, bro, it's bullshit. Okay, I promise you guys, it's all a scam. It's all a scheme to get you to buy their product. All right, they're gonna tell you whatever they want just to get you to buy their product. All right. Now listen, bro. For me personally, I had over 65-star ratings on one Depop account, and I had 35-star ratings on my other Depop account. I never got any bad reviews, okay? When I first started off reselling, I was doing the one-on-one Louis V bracelets. I was doing a lot of one-on-one like chrome hearts, stuff like that. And even though I was getting good ratings, even though, people were satisfied, even though I was a genuine seller, they still shut my shit down. So yes, bro, I am banned from Depop, I am banned from eBay, I am banned from Akari, I am banned from all of those platforms. And that's what's gonna happen to you, okay? Now look, bro, obviously if you put 101 in the description, if you put replica, you're automatically gonna get it taken down. There's ways around it. You can say works just like original. You can say message me for more info, and you can tell them in the DMs. But at the end of the day, bro, no matter what you do, eBay, Depop, all these online platforms are eventually gonna catch on, and they're gonna take your shit down. Okay, that's what I was doing. I'm just being real with y'all. That's what happens. Now, this is why I say Facebook Marketplace and social media comes in clutch, because this is where you can do it long term, and you won't have to worry about getting it taken down. You won't have to worry about it getting banned. Facebook is a lot less strict. That's why I do mainly in-person meetups. I don't even really do shipping on there, to be honest with you guys. Because at the end of the day, bro, I'd rather deal with the, like if the customer has a complaint, they're gonna know on the spot. They're gonna tell me like, yo, I don't wanna buy this, or whatever. And it's a lot simpler than going back and forth online and having to get eBay, Depop, all these sites involved. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'd say, like I said before, just starting out, expect like 2 to 4K profit. Eventually you'll get more. Eventually you'll start getting more sales, and you'll start getting bigger months. Me personally, I've had 10K months, I've had 5K months, I've had 2 to 3K months, which was really slow, and it's still like that to this day. Sometimes I get 10K months, sometimes I get 6, sometimes I get 3, 4. So what y'all gotta understand is that reselling is not super easy like motherfuckers make it seem. Motherfuckers make it seem like you're just gonna start reselling and automatically you're gonna get rich. No, bro. Reselling is it's a business model. It's just like anything else that takes time to build up. It's just like drop shipping. It's just like doing social media. It's just like starting a clothing brand. You know what I mean? Like drop shipping, you buy, you find an online product and you get it shipped directly to the customer without touching it. Social media, you post videos until you're getting revenue off TikTok or YouTube. Same with reselling. It's very basic. Buy for low, sell for high. Okay, at the end of the day, it's all business models, and everything takes time. Nothing is overnight. Nothing is easy. So y'all gotta understand that. Y'all gotta have patience. All right, listen, I'm just being honest with you. These resellers online are gonna say whatever to take your money out of your pocket into their pocket. You know what I mean? A lot of people are money hungry like crazy, and they don't really give a fuck. Okay, so yeah, so y'all gotta take that into consideration. Now look, I've talked about what products to sell. I've talked about how to list them and all that. And y'all gotta understand that it changes over time. It's 2025 right now, so that means in 2026, reselling is gonna be different than this year. 2025, it's a lot different than 2024. 2024 for me personally, that's when I first started reselling. I've been reselling for a year, in case you guys didn't know. Like I said, I started off doing Depop, eBay. The LV bracelets was a big product I was selling. And I was also selling a lot of AirPods on Facebook. I don't really do AirPods anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And it's not because they're bad products. Like I remember like I would get, like I really barely ever got complaints on the AirPods. I think I had like 1 or 2 instances where people were like, yo, like these aren't good, you know what I mean? Like they're not even working. And that's why I don't do AirPods anymore, because like that's the problem. Like even if you have a good supplier, sometimes what will happen is because it's an electronic, electronics are tough, man. Sometimes they stop working, and like I was sick of that. I was sick of dealing with that. I'd order like a bulk of like 10 AirPods, and then there'd be like 2 of them without the serial code working. There'd be like 1 pair that just didn't connect. And so if you don't want to deal with that, man, don't sell AirPods. I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't matter who your supplier is. It doesn't matter where you get them. It's just electronics. You know what I mean? Dude, even if you go in the store and buy the real pair, there's still issues. You know what I mean? It's electronics, so it's a lot like tougher to deal with that kind of stuff. So that takes me into my next point. That's why I love colognes. Colognes, for me personally, have been my best selling products lately, because they smell the exact same, they last the same amount of time, and the barcode scans, so that shows the customer that it's valid. Now, a lot of you guys ask me, because these colognes are just like the original, they last the same amount of time, they smell the exact same. So, can I just sell them as original? Do I have to say they're one-on-one, or can I just sell them as original? And what I'm gonna tell you guys is, to be honest with you, I wouldn't put one-on-one in the description. I wouldn't even tell people that they're one-on-one. Just offer refunds, okay? Because at the end of the day, like, these literally are identical to the original. There's no difference. I even wear them myself to work, and 6 hours later, my shift, I still smell like the cologne that I put on. You know what I mean? So there's literally no difference. But what you can do to make people feel more comfortable is, you can be like, yo, if they, for example, right, if they send you a message on Facebook, if they ask if it's replica or original, what do you respond with? This is what I would say, and this is what I do say. I tell them, listen, man, I buy my products in bulk. If you go to my other listings, you can see I resell cologne. So it's not, for example, Tom Ford, it's not from Tom Ford directly, but we're more than welcome to meet up at a police station or a place with cameras. And if you're not satisfied, I can offer you a refund. Simple as that, okay? 9 times out of 10, bro, the customer is going to be satisfied. You're not going to have any problems, because at the end of the day, these colognes cost like $400 to $600 in store. Nobody's trying to pay that. Bills are high. Food's expensive now. Everything is getting more expensive. So at the end of the day, bro, people don't want to pay that. So you're not scamming. You're doing a justice for people. You're giving them a good quality product for a much discounted price, okay? So yeah, that's what I would say. Just offer people refunds. That way you don't gotta deal with issues, nothing like that. So far, I've never had anybody ask me for a refund. It took me a long time to find a valid cologne vendor. That's why I charge. A lot of people say I scam because they're like, yo, bro, like, this guy's selling his vendors. You guys can just go do research and find it for free. Hey, bro, you can do that. You can if you want. But at the end of the day, if I tell y'all the headache that it took me to find valid suppliers by just like picking five, like say they have like 5 stars on DHgate, or just because it has 5 stars doesn't mean it's good, okay? That's why I charge for my vendor, because y'all gotta think of it like this. It's a small investment. You're paying $10, and then from there you have infinite money off this, you know what I mean? So listen, man, I don't gatekeep anything. If you guys want, literally just go to my website. Once you have the vendor and once you start selling them, start doing social media and copy and paste my vendor. My vendor can become your vendor, and then you can also sell that. So that's why people charge for vendors. There's some resellers online that say that like any reseller that's trying to sell you a vendor is scamming you, which, don't get me wrong, a lot of the times it's true. There are social media scammers out there that sell vendor links, and they end up being trash. But then even the dudes that have like free spreadsheets, it's all just DHgate bullshit. It's all just stuff that's whack. That's why it's free, because at the end of the day, if it actually had value, they would want to charge for it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like we're scamming you guys. It's just strictly with the amount of time that it took to find valid suppliers. Obviously, I'm gonna want to make money off of it. You know what I mean? Because I'm providing value. I'm providing a service for you guys. So you gotta think of it like that. And on top of that, a lot of resellers, man, are selling these vendors for like $25, $30. If you go to my website, I charge $25 for everything, and then I charge $10 for each one individual, which is not a bad price at all, okay? And so far, everybody that's bought off me has been satisfied. I'll even throw up some screenshots right here, and you know what I mean? So, yeah. Now look, bro, I say this in my videos all the time. If you go to my last video, you'll see that I had like fucking 10 Dyson hair dryers, and it's because women are very impulsive buyers. I say that in my TikToks all the time. I don't know if I've talked about on YouTube, but that's why, honestly, you guys want to go more for like women products. We got Lululemon right here. This just dropped. So I'm gonna be selling these all summer. Women are very impulsive buyers, man. As like far as men, like we gotta kind of like think twice before we buy something, because we're more smart with our money. Women, they see something, they want to buy it instantly. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, Lululemon is a really popular brand right now, and it's still kind of like new. Not a lot of resellers are selling it, so I would definitely recommend you guys to start selling Lululemon if you haven't. You can find all the suppliers in my bio for stuff like that, but that's besides the point. Me personally, bro, I stay away from Spider. I stay away from Denim Tier. I do have suppliers in my bio if you guys want. I personally don't recommend relying on Spider and Denim Tier as much. just because everybody's doing it, you know what I mean? And people will still buy the one-on-ones. People will still buy the one-on-ones willingly if you have them for a good price. But at the end of the day, it's like the profit margins aren't high because, you know, people expect a better price because of that reason. And yeah, so summertime's coming up. Sunglasses are gonna be really good. Colognes, because nobody wants to smell like shit. Women's products, and that's like the best products to sell in my opinion. That's what works for me. Listen, man, if your plug can do it, if your plug can sell weed on Snapchat, so can you, okay? You can sell whatever, okay? Now, reselling itself, man, goes beyond just one-on-ones. There's all types of reselling. There's phone reselling where you buy phones for low and flip them for more. You can resell tools, resell cars, houses, you know, obviously like property and stuff like that. So reselling itself is it's always going to be around, you know what I mean? And yeah, so I thought I'd just cover those topics real quick, kind of put you guys on. Get on social media, okay? If you guys are not on social media yet, I promise you, reselling's not going to last for you. You want to get on social media. You can create content, and you can sell supplier links like I do, and that's the extra way to make money. And even just like reselling itself, go on social media, go on Snapchat, start promoting your stories, start adding everybody in quick ad. Just get as many people as you possibly can. You don't want to strictly rely on marketplace apps. Marketplace apps are good, but you don't want to rely on them, okay? I promise you guys, there's way more ways to do it. Me personally, I even cold approach people. If I see somebody that smells nice and you know, they smell like they have a good cologne, I'm like, hey, you in the market, you looking for any colognes? I'm a cologne reseller. Boom, grab their number, text them what I have, they'll hit me back what they want, boom, okay? That's really as simple as it's gonna get. Y'all gotta understand that reselling has its ups and downs, okay? You're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have bad months, you're gonna have setbacks, you're gonna have L's, you're gonna take L's, bro. But then at the end of the day, you're gonna take those W's are gonna feel good. But just because those W's feel good and you're taking W's, don't think that you won't take more L's, okay? It fucking happens, okay? It's part of the business. If you look at the most successful people, right? If you look at all these like successful YouTubers, like I'll just throw some out for example, like Quan, or fucking what's his name? Guap Boy, Guap Boy. I can't even think of his name. But the point is that these famous people, they'll tell you all the time, like there will be days where they lose like $200,000 in their bank account due to like fees and stuff like that, or their video will get demonetized, or fucking, you know, they have to pay this insurance fee, or like it's part of life. So think about it, bro. Right now you're in a position where you don't have a lot of money. You don't really have anything. You don't have anything set in stone yet. You're still working a job. So if you lose money, bro, who the fuck cares? Who gives a fuck? I'm sorry, bro, but like deadass, like you don't have 100K in the bank yet. You don't have $1 million. So what's that little couple $100 that left your bank gonna do? You know what I mean? You can easily get that back, even if it's a couple thousand. Like you're not rich yet. You know what I mean? And this goes for myself. I'm speaking for myself too because I'm not rich yet. I'm just being real with y'all. Like this shit is going to take time. But look, man, we're in this together. If you guys haven't yet, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, because we're a family, okay? I started this YouTube channel this year, and I plan to grow it way more. Eventually, it's going to be more than just reselling, you know what I mean? I plan on making more reselling videos, but I'm not limiting myself to just reselling, okay? I plan on just putting people on game on everything. So yeah, if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, tap in, and you know, we're gonna make it this year. We all gonna get rich, you know what I mean? Just day by day. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for this video. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.